Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a Power Review Season 5 Episode 4 Second Chances. And I'm going to try to keep this video under 30 minutes because it takes forever to upload. Don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up this video, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Now the episode opens with Ghost and Kanan sitting outside some alley waiting on Tommy because they're supposed to be meeting to determine how they're going to kill the Jimenez cartel. And Tommy pulls up late as usual, and Ghost kind of goes off saying they've been waiting for him and he's always late. And he was asking him what they're going to do about the Jimenez. And Kanan, he deliberately said this. He let it slip that, oh, maybe we can ask Tommy's daddy, Teresi, since Teresi's out. And Ghost didn't know anything about Teresi being out. He was like, Teresi's out? And he was like, let me talk to Tommy for a minute. And Kanan was like, well, I thought it's supposed to be like a group thing, y'all was going off on me last time about the group thing, but he just walked away smirking. I said this is his plan. Every little droplet, he's trying to turn Ghost and Tommy against each other, and they're not picking up on it yet. So Kanan really out here trying to get back at Ghost and Tommy, especially Tommy. He's trying to take over Tommy's whole organization, which I don't understand why, but yeah. So Ghost confronts Tommy saying why he didn't tell him. He was like, cause I don't know. And he was like, well, he gotta be snitching. He gotta be snitching. Say how many times he tried to blackmail me, it's gotta be something. And Tommy said, I don't think he'll snitch. He's not gonna slip on the family. He's not gonna slip on the family. And he was like, he been your family for 5 minutes. I've been your family your whole life. I was like, ooh, that is kind of true though. But Tommy assures him that he ain't tell him nothing. Ghost was like, what did you tell him? He was like, I didn't tell him anything. He don't know anything about our business. No. And I hope Tommy stick to this, because Teresi, he's acting really, really sneaky, and Tommy's picking up on him, keep asking questions. Tommy's not giving him anything, but I hope he don't crack and tell him anything, because that's going to mess up like everything. Now in the middle of Ghost going off on Tommy, Tate called him, wanted to meet with him and talking to him about the speech later on tonight for the fundraiser. And he ended up, and Tommy in the background talking about, I'm going to kill him in there. I said, I hope Tate didn't hear this. Because he literally yelling it out and Ghost is on the phone. And I'm like, why would you yell this out? You see the man on the phone? That was really crazy of Tommy. So Ghost get back home, and then Tasha laying in the bed because she finally getting some sleep. So he tried to drag her out of bed, asked her why she's sleeping in the middle of the day. She was like, she was prescribed some pills to actually go to sleep because she haven't been asleep since Raina died. And then he was talking about, well, you supposed to be ready. You and Yaz supposed to get ready so we can go to the fundraiser. And she was like, she don't want to go. And he started going off on her, calling her selfish and all this crap. Talking about he going to go raise the funds for his daughter on his own. I'm like, why you keep blaming her for every single thing? Like, I don't understand. Like, he blaming her for every single thing. Tasha can't do nothing right. She grieves, she can't grieve. She can't grieve, she can't go to a grief group. She can't talk about it. She got to go put on this front for him and Tate. Like, let the girl just grieve her damn child. Like, you not grieving your child, you just being mad at everybody, and that's not helping the situation. So he goes to the little fundraiser. Tate, Ghost was asking somebody behind the counter about something, I don't know, something about the books, and I guess he got mad that the books wasn't balancing or something like that. And he slammed down on the table, and Tate saw that, so Tate walked over there. And he was asking him about Tasha giving her speech. And Ghost was like, she ain't gonna make it. And he was like, okay, well, I'll give a speech. And Ghost like, no, I'll do. He was like, no. You need to get some rest. You need to regroup. You need to get yourself together, which is kind of true, even though I can't stand Tate old shy, slicey, slick behind. But that is true. And Tate go walk off to go talk to some white people. And what does Ghost do? Get up on stage. Like, the man just told him he gonna do the speech. So Ghost get up there saying the speech or whatever. And in the middle of the speech, some black girl turned around in the audience, and she looked like Raina to him. So he got off the stage and go walk to the girl and grab the girl. And they flashed back, and it wasn't Raina. And everybody's looking at him like he crazy. And I'm like, Tate just told you he was going to do it. He basically like snapped in front of the white people. He could have played it off, be like, oh, I thought you was my daughter. You looked familiar to her. And got back on stage to go do something else. But no, he just stood there looking crazy. Like, really, really crazy. Like, hallucinating crazy. So later on that day, he ended up like going home. The next morning, he's sitting up there drinking in the morning. He got a phone call from somebody from the fundraiser. He was asking how much they short. He was like short by 40%. And then the man was like, well, we still got some time to make some more money. He was like, no. I got some private money coming in. So I'll try to get the money somehow. So the private money coming in is the drug money from Tommy, if y'all didn't understand. So Tasha goes in there, seeing he all disheveled and drunk and stuff. She asked him what was wrong. He telling her about how he was flustered in the speech and how he saw Raina. She was like, I see Raina every day. Now I thought he was gonna like break down, hug her, embrace her or something. But no, he goes to blame her again. Like, he blames her for not being for his breakdown. For her not being up there during the speech and him breaking down, he's blaming Tasha. And I'm like, it's not Tasha's fault. Because Tate told your dumb ass that he was going to do it. But no, you run your ass up on stage to try to go do it anyway. He'd already told you no to not do it. But he blamed Tasha for that. And Tasha just sitting up there looking like she's not really going off on goals like she need to. Because you ain't going to be sitting up here blaming me for every single thing. And then on the way out, he like bumped her shoulder. And she didn't even say, stop bumping me, motherfucker, nothing. She just looked like, I'm like, Tasha, what kind of black woman wife are you, girl? Because, girl, Ghost would have got hit in the back of the head if that were any other person. Because, girl, don't be coming up here playing. Boy, he bumped that girl and walked out. I'm like, Ghost, you really need to cut it out. And then we get Angela. She back in her office, and Donovan brought her the files that they took from the IA lady. She was thanking him, and he was like, he actually told her that she suspect Angela of being involved. And she was like, no, she just wants the information. Then I told her this is a federal investigation. And then he just took it in stride. He didn't seem like he was suspicious or anything of her. He just told her, okay. And then she told him she was going to meet them later on in the boardroom to discuss the Jimenez. He was like, all right. So I guess he went over there and went in the boardroom, and he was waiting for her. So she goes over in the boardroom. Before she goes over there, she get a text from Steve Tapio talking about he can't stop thinking about the other night. And I'm like, Angela, you really slept with this man for real? You know this man for 2 days. Girl. Well, how can I fault her? She slept with James the first night. She saw him back again after like 20 years. I'm like, girl, this man can have anything, and you right here sleeping with random strangers. But she goes in the boardroom, and she put up a little thing. She talking about they can get in with the Jimenez to find out where they are through their new distro, Arturo. I'm like, Arturo is not even a distro. Like, Angela, she be in the right ballpark, but she always had the stuff wrong. Like, girl, what kind of prosecutor are you? You don't never have any information right, ever. So they end up picking up Arturo on some other Latino man. And they was interrogating him about killing Lorenzo. And he was like, he didn't do that. And they was like, they knew that. And they was like, it's even worse when they found out on the street that you didn't actually do it. And they were just grilling him. And he said, I want my lawyer. And then they still would ask him questions. I'm like, after he asked for his lawyer, y'all was supposed to stop. But they kept going because you can't use anything that somebody says after they say they want their lawyer at trial or anything. So he ended up telling them that Diego and Alicia was going to be at some airport that they was getting ready to leave the city, and he gave them the airport and all. I said, Arturo, you not equipped for this criminal life, because you just cracked just like that. Just like that. And you not no killer like that. Even though you done killed them other 2 people just to try to prove you killed Lorenzo. You looking crazy out here in these streets. And then we have Tommy. Now, Teresi laying it on thick, like, for real. Like, trying to really prove to Tommy that he not a snitch and he's there for him. He took Tommy to the parents' grave. He was telling him about how his dad was handicapped. He was supposed to marry some other woman. And then she found out he was going to be handicapped for the rest of his life. She ended up leaving, and he met his mom. His mom was his dad's nurse, and they ended up marrying and having him. And his dad did the best to take care of them for the rest of their lives, and he did the same thing with his mama. That's why he got in with the family, the Italians, being like a criminal or whatever, because he wanted to keep his mama in the same life that his dad did. And I'm like, child. And then he started talking about how he got to get Connie a headstone. It's going to be her headstone over here. He got to take care of her for the rest of her life too. And Tommy was like, I'm going to help her take care of her for the rest of her life too. I'm like, Tommy, have you even met this lady? I don't even think they've formally been introduced. They haven't even been in the same scene except for later on in the episode, but they weren't even in the same, like, room. She was like off to the side. So I hope this don't backfire on Tommy, because he getting real gullible right now, because he done got a daddy. He don't know how to act. And then we get Dre. Now he at some club. I still don't understand. I don't think it's Ghost Club, because Ghost still has his club, because that's where he did the speech at. So I don't understand what club Dre at. Like, whose club is Dre's allegedly running? I don't know. Somebody need to tweet Courtney Kemp and ask her, because I was confused on this part. Like, I don't know, but Dre was looking at some books, and he found out it was $60,000 short, and that's when Alicia had popped up on him, and she was like pushing up on him, like, for real. I'm like, girl, Dre is annoying. But she ended up asking him what was the problem, because he's like, you got a problem. She's like, Diego ran up a $60,000 tab. And she was like, what? She was like, yeah. He was like, they made all the girls and stuff quit, and all the girls who know about the business, they quit too. So everything is getting like wrapped up, like it's getting really bad. And then they don't like Diego, because Diego be pushing up on them, and Diego like way too crazy. And she was like, okay, she was going to talk to Diego to find out what was going on. So later on, we see them like at the airport, Cristobal and Diego. Cristobal walking up, he was like, so Dre asked him, they wanted us to meet him? You too? He was like, yeah, they wanted us to meet him. She's like, okay. So they went in the warehouse, the little hangar thing, and Alicia and Diego was there, and there were other little handlers. And then they gave Dre a bag. Dre was like, what's this? She was like, this is $60,000 that Diego ran up. Diego ran up. And he was like, oh, okay. And then she told him to say sorry in Spanish, and then he was like, oh, I'm sorry. And then Dre was looking like, we see Alicia run things. I don't know if she the big sister, but Diego, he too. Alicia is Ghost, Diego is Tommy. If you really want to put it in layman's terms, they too high-headed and crazy. And Alicia is like Ghost. They calculating, they know what's going on. They're a business person first. So if you want to put into perspective, that's like the comparison between the two. So as they were getting ready to leave, Cristobal and Dre, they were just like driving off in this big like SUV or whatever. And Alicia was getting on the plane, and she told to Diego, you can't be doing stuff like this, because it's not going to look like that we're on the same page. So she ended up about to get ready to get on the plane, and all the police, the DEA, and all them, Angela them pulled up. And I'm like, they didn't even stop Dre them on the way out. Like, when you doing a raid, you stop everybody. Like, if you go in somebody's house and it's a raid, everybody in the house get arrested. Even if you didn't even do nothing, you don't even know anything about it. Everybody in that house is going to get arrested. So, Dre them just drove off. And they was just looking like, oh, shit. And Alicia got arrested, and Diego got arrested. And we see him put his gun in like somebody else's pocket, like when the police and stuff were pulling up. And then when they Alicia got arrested, she had her handcuffs on. Angela talking about, got you now, bitch. But she said it in Spanish, and Alicia just looking like, girl. So they get back to the station, and they all happy and stuff, and they were like get ready to interrogate them. They told Angela she was going to get the first crack, but no. Steve Tapio came in. He was like, I'm DEA so and so. She was like, what are you doing here? Yeah, because he only told her he was going to be there for 2 days. She was like, what are you? He was like, I got authorities. I got permission from authorities up, so none of you guys can go in there and interrogate Diego or Alicia, not on camera, not on nothing, so nobody follow me. And they were like, what's going on? So she was trying to still go. She was like, I'm going there. He was like, no, you're not. So he go in there, he turned the camera off, and I'm like, so he ain't really working with them? Because when she was talking to him, he was like, I like no more than anything to bring you both down. And then she was like, well, you have enough evidence. He was like, yeah, but I have from the higher ups, I can't do anything to you. He had already turned all the cameras and everything off. And then she was like, well, didn't you he talking about, yeah, in the warehouse that you stashed. So basically, Alicia put Diego's gun in Dre's like warehouse in order to get him like caught and arrested or whatever. So he was like, I'm not going to do your dirty. She said, you want your brother gone? I'm not going to do your dirty work for you. And he straight told her like that. And he said, you free to go. And she was like, you're not going to even keep him? He said, no. So when they got from like the police station or whatever, they were leaving. And Alicia just was looking at Angela like, girl, you tried, but it ain't going to happen. And they got back in the car. She tell Diego, the only reason I got arrested because they found your gun in the warehouse. But she didn't tell him that she planted the gun in there. And she asked him, was he high or drunk again? And he was just sitting there looking like he was getting scolded by his mama. Wasn't saying nothing. But child, Diego and Alicia is a mess. Now, Teresi had a little coming home party. Tommy was there. He looked like he was so happy to belong, but he also looked kind of confused and questioning everything. Vincent was telling everybody, this is the famous Tony Teresi. He did 25 years for the family, never snitched, and blah blah this and blah blah that. Show him some respect. So Teresi did some toast to family and loyalty and all. I'm like, child, you sitting up here lying. Loyalty? You about to rat on your own son. But some little boy who was off to the side questioned Vincent. He was like, 25 years and he out. You sure he ain't snitch on nobody? So everybody, some people are thinking like he is a snitch. And Vincent was like, I don't think he will do that. But if he did, anybody that he could have snitched on is dead by now. And I'm like, no, because you still doing stuff. He could snitch on you too. And you know Tommy in the game. But I guess he not thinking that he could snitch on Tommy because Tommy his son. And then we get Tate. He meeting with Dre, trying to make Dre the face of the Queens Project. And Dre was like, nah, because Dre was looking around the room and saw his government stuff. He wanted to run for governor and all that stuff. And Dre was like, nah, I don't think James will go for that. Like, we not really rocking right now, so I don't think he's going to go for that. And then he told him no, and he got up and got ready to leave. And I think Dre asked him what it is for him. He was like, you'll have friends in higher places. And he was like, no, I have enough friends. And he got up and got ready to leave. And on his way out the door, Tate gave him something to think about. He was like, never underestimate the value of a good public image. And Dre took it in, and he still walked out the door. And I'm like, Tate, you are so slimy. Like, out of all the people you could have got, you wouldn't got Dre. I think Tate in some kind of way in this drug game thing too. Cause he doing all this underhanded stuff to Ghost. Like Ghost just ain't gonna cap him though. Like for real. And we get Proctor. Now his ex-wife, she shows up to his condo or apartment, wherever he's at. And then him and the little daughter, they was in the kitchen eating or whatever. And she come in there talk about she 30 days clean. I'm like, how she got in the door? Proctor, you gave her a key? Because he was like, I see you still on the list. But yeah, she on the list downstairs. But how did she get into the door at your apartment? You just leaving your door unlocked? Like, white people do that? Because I know, like, every time I leave, come in and out of the house, the door is locked. Like, even if I'm just sitting in the house, the door is going to be locked. Like, and then y'all are in New York. Are you crazy? But she just walked right on in. She was telling the daughter, oh, I'm clean. I'm going to get 50-50 custody of you. I want you back. I'm going to take the bar. I'm 30 days. And she gave her this coin. And the girl was like, okay, I'll put it with the other ones. Other ones? Bitch, how many coins you done gave this girl? You keep restarting every few months? Like, you can't be doing this to children. And that little girl, she looked horrified. Horrified. And then she tell it, so she Proctor sent the little girl away. And he was like, you can't be coming in here doing that. Which she should not be coming in there doing that to that girl. And he was like, well, she my daughter too. I want 50-50 custody. I heard you about to lose your license. How you going to be able to take care of her? Bitch, how you going to be able to take care of her? You on drugs or alcohol or whatever you on? They will give the baby to him with no job before they give the baby with you who on drugs. I don't get it. Proctor can always find another job if you get disbarred. Well, are you going to get off these drugs long enough to take care of your child? But yeah, so she was like, what happened at your hearing? One of your other witnesses didn't show up. You always have other people to do your work. I'm like, what you trying to imply? Proctor around here killing witnesses when they don't show up. So Proctor ended up putting her out, which he should have put her out. So after she left, he ended up like looking at some paper about Teresi. So he ended up texting Ghost that he needed to meet. So he ended up meeting with Ghost, and Ghost asked him about Teresi being out. He was like, when did you find out? He was like, I just found out. He was like, stop lying. Tommy already told me. He already told you. And I'm like, why would you lie, Proctor? Because you know Ghost gonna find out. And he was like, well, Tommy told me not to tell you. She said, Tommy tell you a lot of things. He said, but Tommy stabbed a Homeland Security in the middle of my living room. Excuse me for being precautious around Tommy, which is kind of true. Like, Tommy just crazy and reckless. And then he was telling him about don't tell Teresi nothing because John Mock name is on the paperwork. And he was like, this motherfucker again? That what Ghost was like. He was like, yeah. He was on the first case when Teresi got locked up, so it could be that he's just on the paperwork now. But don't tell Teresi nothing that the feds can use. That means don't tell them nothing about y'all drug business that I know about but don't really know about. And he was like, I told Tommy don't tell him nothing. He claimed he ain't told him nothing. He was like, well, keep it that way. And later on, Pop, to get back to his house, Mark done barged in again when he with his daughter talking about a search warrant. And they looking like in the kitchen exactly where the man was stabbed at. And I'm like, they ain't looking nowhere else. And they like got all these lights and stuff. They ain't finding nothing. The daughter was like, what are they looking for? She was like, I don't know. And then he ended up cussing in front of the daughter. She told my square jar. And then the other policeman ended up cursing. He was like, he gave her a quarter for the square jar. But they didn't find anything that we know of right now. Because I'm quite sure Proctor got some cleaners that can come in and clean the house. Would be spotless. Like Catherine did on the Haves and the Have-Not when she moved all that shit out when Jim was asleep. And then how they cleaned up when she killed Jennifer Salison. So he probably got some good cleaners, good criminals that can clean up stuff real good. And he ended up finding Mark them, telling him they was like on the street somewhere. I guess they outside watching the search, whatever. And he was like, you need to stop this. You keep going searching for stuff. Did you find anything? He was like, no, not yet. We don't know. And then he was like, if you don't stop this, I'm going to file harassment charges. And then he ended up walking away. And then Sax was with him too, talking about, you going to stop? He was like, nope, I'm not going to stop till I bring him, Ghost, and Tommy Egan down. And then here goes Sax and Angela. I say, oh my gosh, like you really obsessed with this girl? Because you tried to fuck her and she wouldn't fuck you, but she fucked everybody else in the office. Is that your reasoning for hating this girl so bad? Because she really haven't done like anything to you to warrant this much hate, even though we can't stand Angela. But she hasn't really done anything to you to warrant this much hate. That was really crazy. And then we get Tasha. Tasha ended up cleaning the kitchen or something. Her mama like questioning her about James. And she was like, well, she want to leave. She want to be on her own now and blah, blah, this and blah, blah, that. So her mom was like, is this because of Raina's death or is it because of somebody else? And she questioned her about kissing Terry Silver in the house. She's like, who was that man you was kissing? And Tasha didn't tell her. And she was like, you need to get yourself together first and don't be around here leaving James just to go to some other man. And she ended up telling her mama her relationship been over since Angela, which it really has. But Tasha, you encouraged him to keep having sex with her to get information when you found out he first cheated on you. You told him to keep fucking her and to get information. He ended up kept sleeping with her and eventually falling back in love with her. Like, this partially your fault too, because if he would have just stopped or you would have put your foot down in the beginning, none of this wouldn't have been happening. Because you told him to keep sleeping with her. Don't act like you didn't. I still remember. So she ended up like moving out to some apartment or whatever. And Terry came over there asking her if she was all right and how to talk about she should move it with him. I'm like, that girl ain't finna move in there with you with your baby. Like, with her baby? Are you crazy? And she was like, he was telling him how Mark has it out for James, Tommy, and Proctor. So you don't need to be around when all that stuff go down. And she was like, oh, so we're in danger? She was like, no, you're not in danger. I'm like, yes, she is. Because she involved in all this stuff too. But he was like, he don't know what the issue is with them, but Mark is determined to get all of them, and he determined to bring James down, whatever it is that he's doing. And so we get, later on, we see her packing her apartment, whatever, and Ghost come home, asking her what she doing. She was like, she leaving. He was like, so you just gonna leave me? You just gonna leave it? And she was like, yeah. Until you deal with the issues that you need to deal with, I'm gone. And he had said something to her. He was like, oh, I don't need you then. She was like, well, I'm leaving and I want out of this marriage too. So basically she told him she wanted a divorce too. And then he said something, I got my kids. You ain't even got the kids. She was like, I got my kids. And she said, I got myself too. The only person that you have is yourself that you only been having your whole life. So she ended up like leaving and goes talk about you running out on me and all this stuff. So she like packed her stuff and she left. Like Tasha like really fed up. I don't think she really gonna leave him. I just think it's just an angry phase right now. But is she that stupid to leave him for Terry? Girl, y'all too involved in too much criminal stuff for you to just be leaving Ghost like this. This is really crazy. But I don't think she really gonna leave though. Now back to Kanan. Now Kanan is steadily pitting Ghost and Tommy against each other, and they're not picking up on it. Like earlier, when they was at the little alley thing, when Ghost was talking about Teresi in the beginning, when Tommy didn't tell him that Teresi was out, Kanan ended up saying, well, we need to cap Teresi. The Ghost was like, no, because if Tommy found out, then he ain't gonna never forgive us. All hell gonna break loose, which is true. Tommy probably acted a fool over this man who barely his daddy. But so Tommy was like, well, I got some other. Ghost was like, I have some other plan I'm working on. And Kanan was like, okay. So Kanan has his own plan too, because we see him with 2 knuckleheads. I don't know what their names are, but he giving them 2 guns, telling them they need to do a fake drive-by with some blanks at Tommy's dumb like restaurant thing, but don't make sure not to hit nobody. And they're like, how we gonna go to a gun shootout with no bullets? And he was like, cause y'all ain't really gonna hit nobody. So so they was like, okay. So they end up going to the little drive-by, but as they before they was going, they changed it to real bullets. I mean, like real bullets. And they end up shooting somebody in the knee. So Tommy and them started shooting back too. And Kanan was like off in the alley somewhere, like watching. And as he seen all this was going down, he just pulled up and started shooting. And he killed the 2 knuckleheads. And Tommy was like, he was standing right there. And Tommy was like, don't shoot, don't shoot. He with me. He was meeting me here. And then Vince was like, well, thank God you showed up in the nick of time. And I'm like, oh, Lord, this is part of Kanan's plan. He looking like the hero now, getting in good with the Italians. And I'm like, child, Kanan, you can't be crossing the Italians. They ain't like Ghost and Tommy them. They probably cut your damn head off. So he get inside, and Vincent was like questioning him, because Tommy was like, I got to go check on Teresi. And he run off. But Vincent was questioning him, did he know the guys? Kanan was like, I ain't no snitch. And he was like, well, I'm not going to say anything. He was like, well, them some dudes Tommy had beef with. And Vincent was like, beef with? Tommy told me that was over. And Sammy could vouch for him and saying it was over. I said, oh, Lord. Kanan's in up here lying. Now he got Vincent questioning Tommy and his motives, and Sammy too. So is he really going to start questioning Teresi? So, child, we will see. But Kanan really trying to get in good with the Italians, take over the territory and all this. He really got some kind of plan like going on, but he ain't really trying Ghost like that. He just coming for Tommy. This is really crazy. So Tommy goes over to Teresi's house. He was calling Teresi, and Teresi didn't answer the phone because Teresi was in the house arguing with Connie, because he got a call and it was mocked him, asking him if he had any information. I said, y'all stalking this man. This man been out for what? 1-2 days, and y'all stalking this man for information already? But and he was like, I'll call y'all back. And he kind of was like, who is that? He was like, it was some Chinese restaurant or some shit. I don't know, some stupid lie that's not even believable. And kind of was like, well, how did you really get out? And he was like, they got me out so I can get some information on Tommy and Ghost, because they really have a hard on for them. And I told him I was doing it. She was like, so you a rat? And I'm like, yes, he's a rat. He was like, he got mad. He was like, I'm not really. He said, I'm not no rat. I'm not ratting on the family. I'm not snitching on the family. I just got out so I could spend your last days with you. How much time you got left? I was tired of looking at you through a glass. And she was like, you a rat. And she was like, and when they find out, it don't matter who you ratting on. When the family find out, it's gonna be hell to pay. Probably with me too. So Connie ain't really liking that he a rat. So Tommy ends up showing up to the door, and Connie goes in the kitchen, and he was in there talking about somebody was fucking shooting. And he was like Connie in there. So he's like lower his voice. He was like, somebody in there was shooting at us. I just came over here to see you was all right. Why you weren't answering the phone? And he was like, I don't know, I was busy. Somebody in here rang. And he was like, what's going on? Like, why won't you let me help you? Like, why you not telling me what's going on? All this stuff going on, and you not even letting me help you. Me and the family can help you. And Tommy looking at him like, nah, I don't need your help. I can handle this by myself. And while he was talking to him, he got a call from Ghost, and he ended up pressing ignore. So Dre ends up meeting back with Tate. I guess he took some time to marinate on what Tate said about the public image thing with the Jimenez being picked up and all that stuff. So making it look like he's not involved in this, because him and Cristobal was so scared that Ghost them was gonna come after them when they find out that Jimenez has been picked up. So he goes to Tate, told Tate he was going to accept his offer. Tate ended up calling Ghost, I guess, because Ghost come down there too. He was like, thank you for meeting us on such short notice. And he walks in, Dre standing up there. I say, Tate, look, ambushing a bit. He gonna get enough of that ambushing, because Ghost probably gonna start ambushing his ass too with some stuff in his past. But he was like, this is Andre, what his name? Andre Johnson, something. He's the new face. the new face of the Queen's product along with James. And Ghost looked like he saw Ghost. He was like, this motherfucker here. He was just looking at Andre, and Andre doing this little prep boy speech. It's such an honor. James has helped me, even though he didn't even get mad when I went over to the competitor. So I'm assuming Dre at another person club. And I'm just so excited to work on the project. And James walked over there to give him a handshake. And he looking like, bitch, I'm going to get you. That's how he was looking. I'm going to get you. And you really close to me now. I'm going to get you. And here go Tate. Let's get a picture. Bitch, I got a picture for you, all right. Picture my foot in your ass. That's what Ghost wanted to say. But Ghost was like, he gave his little speech thing too. And he ended up telling Tate, thank you, Tate. I will never forget this. And I'm thinking in my head, yeah. Ghost gonna kill you. And I can't wait. It's got to be like a good little sleeky death. Oh, Tate really be playing too much. He really love ambush me. Where his wife at? Where his girlfriend at? You running for governor and all this stuff. They be having wives and women and stuff. We ain't never seen any of this. Are you gay? Is that what's probably what gonna be in his closet? Let's see. And then we have the D Games person. Remember Angela was using his login? So apparently he's been suspended from work. And he's down at the IA lady office. And I don't understand why he had the IA lady office. Because Angela in the feds, or the fed, IA over the feds. But he was talking about how he suspended and his login was misused to delete evidence. I said, trial off of Angela's computer. So he's talking to her and she was like, well, who else knows your login? And he didn't really answer the question. So, yeah. So we get her later on in her office. She has like this vision board with Tasha, Ghost, Tommy, Ray, Raina, Tariq, Angela, and everybody else like on the board with notes and all this. I said, oh, so she really on this case. Like, it's like a shrine to her now since they keep stopping her every turn. So it's really motivating her to figure out what's going on. And I'm like, Angela, this lady is about to get y'all. She's about to get y'all. Last but not least, we have Ghost coming home to an empty house. It looks so lonely. The kids' toys on the floor. And it's finally sinking to him that Tasha them really gone. So he like sit down. I thought he was finna get a drink or something. A break down and cry, something, do something. But no, he get a call. He was like, so where you want to meet? He goes to the restaurant thing, the little diner, and it's Angela. I knew it was going to be her. And I'm like, this girl can't do no wrong to you. This lady done put you in jail, accused you of murder, broke up your family. Some of your kids got killed. It's like, this lady can't do no wrong to you. And they in the restaurant, he was asking her, are you okay? And she was like, no, not really. And he was asking him, she was asking him, are you okay? He was like, no, I'm not okay. I'm like, so you going to open up to Angela, but you could open up to your own wife about your own child? Like, Ghost really get on my nerves. Everybody on this show starting to get on my nerves now. Angela been getting on my nerves. My favorite character on this show used to be Lobos. And they done killed Lobos, what, 2 seasons ago? I like Tommy, too. I really do like Tommy because he's crazy. But some of the antics he be doing and pulling, it be getting on my nerves too. But Tommy like my favorite character on this show. Ghost is really annoying. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up. All my ebook Football Wags available on Amazon Kindle for 99 cents. All my social media links are down below. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys for watching me. More videos are coming this week. I don't know if I'm going to do any theory videos because nothing really happened in this episode to provoke or predict a theory. But we'll see how my brain operates. Thank you guys for watching me. Bye.